Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. Ready to rock and roll. Here's Jonathan Garibay. And off we go from Soldier Field. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. A little careless with the football. And he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did. And when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. But put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
They'll run on first down. Milner. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get the ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now a give, right side. Right. He will push his way down to about the 14. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. Got it inside the 10. Still not a first yet. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Bears use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes the score 7-0. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 8 yards there helps, but they're still stuck now. 3rd and long coming up. He'll look to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's taken on the 25. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down now, Milner. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 23-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the 2nd.
Touchdown! Darren Waller with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The CD, that's the second time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and run here with Swift. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and it's going to lead them to 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
They'll try it now with Swift. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
He'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They have their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Bears force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Milner. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 56 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On second down, Swift. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Back to the running game with Swift. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. So on 4th down, out is Austin Seibert for the Lions field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So the 3rd drive's the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. For the defense, the problem wasn't so much that they let him catch that drag route. It's that they had nobody around him after the catch.
As you well know, when they make the catch, you have to make the tackle on the spot. Those yards after catch are the yards that kill a defense because it keeps drives alive.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. All the option left, it's Jones. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a fourth down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. On first down, Milner. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Jaquan Brisker getting sent on the safety blitz, and he was able to finish it off. And he'll dive forward here to make sure he gets something out of that one, but not much. He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Well, that was a third and long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. "51 yards on the punt there. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. That is caught downfield. It's Waller. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 41 yards. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 53. Garabay's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They go play action here on first down. Steps away. Throwing left side, it's complete. On the move past the 40. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 36 yards on the play.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there. 39 yards. And the Bears come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A little jet sweep to start the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. And the Bears Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. They'll keep it on the ground. Milner. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there. Ron Rivera scowling down on the sideline, and he's thrown out the red challenge flag. So for Ron Rivera, challenging that call turns out to be the right decision. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
I'd have to say that was a pretty darn good run right there. They had 8 in the box, still able to burn them. They've got to consider themselves lucky they only gave up a first down and not a touchdown.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now down to 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
He'll get this to about the 38. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Milner. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 108 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll try the left side. It's right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
36 yards on the play. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. And they'll indeed take a knee. On for the field goal try, Jonathan Garibay.
This a chip shot, a 20-yarder.
Garibay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to let it fly.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's right. And some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about